In this video, we're going to be using Zingari Man. This is the Socialite. Oh, smells great, by the way. And the Filarmonica. This is number 13, quarter hollow, with my edge on it. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again this morning. I really appreciate it. And we have a good one for you today, or at least I think so. As mentioned before, today we're going to be using Zingari Man, the Socialite, which smells fantastic. I love the scent of this. As you can see on the label, and I really like this. Lime, gin, ice. And ice, I think, is maybe that synthetic cooling agent. Smells terrific. Nice lime pop, and you get the gin, sort of, I guess, juniper-ish sort of scent. This will remind you, if you're not familiar with drinking gin, maybe if you've had a whiskey sour or something like that. It doesn't have a bourbon or whiskey scent, but you get the lime and you get a little bit of that juniper. Beautiful scent, and the scent strength on this for me is good. I would call it about a 4.5 to 5, like right around medium. With, for me, the strongest scents being scents like, say, Top Sandalwood, Ariana and Evans, the Undersea, at my far right end of the scale, being very strongly scented. This one brings some good punch. I love the look of this label. It just pops visually. And I like that she put some notes right there. I think that is just tremendous. Good looking container. Excellent. Nice. The Zingari soaps, when you look at the soap, it's just a super clean, pristine pour. I don't know. They just look great. So looking forward to using this one today. And as mentioned before, we're going to be using the Filarmonica. This is 13 quarter hollow, which I rehoned yesterday. So without further ado, let's get into this by sanitizing the platform with some Booster Lime. And I know I'm just, when I say sanitizing the platform, I'm being a little flip. This is just a good lime scent. Just getting some scent going, and since the soap has a nice lime kick to it, I feel it will pair well. And I'm just doing this mostly for fun, but Ken Klitschko and I had a conversation about using alcohol-based aftershaves before the shave to sort of sanitize, similar to, say, when you get a shot, they rub your skin with alcohol first, sort of kill any of that surface level bacteria maybe, or something along those lines. Look, I'm not a medical expert, but it's fun to do, and I enjoy it, and so we shall. This is just plain water. We'll hydrate the face a little bit, and I'm going to use the PAA cube. Absolutely not necessary with the Zingari soap, but I have it, may as well use it. And these things last so long that they're just going to be sitting around collecting dust if you don't use them, and they definitely don't hurt, in my opinion. So I like to use these just to get some additional slickness in there, perhaps, although again, not required from my perspective. It's just kind of a fun thing to use. The only thing I don't like about it is that I have to get my hand a little wet, sort of work that in just a little bit, but that's okay. You know, that's why I have towels sitting here to deal with that. Today is election day here in the United States, and no one is happier than me that this will be over soon. So we can not see, 10 million political ads on Facebook telling us to vote or register to vote every minute. Oh, yeah. Annoying. And I will certainly get over and vote. I was going to vote absentee, but I'll get into that story later on in a sofa session. Yes, the return of the sofa sessions. I'm gonna return to the sofa sessions, not to rant about politics, but just to describe my experience recently with the mail, the U.S. mail service, and our local county government here in West Virginia. Interesting story, I think. And we'll try not to scalp that bump again, but I make no guarantees. This soap makes a beautiful, creamy lather. I did have to use a little more of it than I typically use with other soaps. Usually I scoop out somewhere close to a half teaspoon. But with this one, when I went to lathering up in the Captain's Choice bowl, and this is what I used, the copper bowl, the brush kind of ate all the lather on the first offering, so I went ahead and added, another, say, quarter teaspoon or so. And as you can see here, well hydrated lather. It's not thick. I don't need it to be thick and don't want it to be thick, really. The Zingari soaps are good quality. There's just no question about that. It's been a while since I've used them. Been waiting for a scent that I would really like, and this one certainly fits the bill. Before we get into the shade, the cost on this is $22.95 for 5 ounces, or on a cost chart right there, that is $4.59 an ounce, which is a fair price. The ingredients, we'll show them to you right there. This is a soap that has excellent ingredients. It's got shea, butter, jojoba, goat's milk, coconut milk. Again, check out the ingredients for yourself. It is one of those soaps that has what I call the chupacabra oil, the dragon tallow, and all these fancy ingredients. Very nice soap. Okay, so let's see how we did today on our edge. Again, this is the Filarmonica, and so far that feels pretty good. I deliberately restrained myself when honing this because I believe I've been over honing. Now this is quarter hollow, so it's not what I'm used to. I do prefer, as far as grinds go, a more hollow grind, but this is cutting well. And honestly, for a, quarter hollow is somewhat wedgy, I would say. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. We put the edge on it with the Izuku. I just took this one. It already had a pretty decent edge on it. The original edge was from eBay, and it was actually one of those razors that actually came well honed. And I'm getting some cooling from this soap, which I'm really appreciating. Very, very nice. If you like lime pop with a little bit, like I said, I want to say maybe juniper-ish. There's a little green vibe to it. Beautiful, beautiful soap. Very happy with it. Now back to the edge here. I just took it to the 12K for a little bit of work after killing the edge, and then to the Izuku with some slurry, and I restrained myself and did not hone it for an hour. Like I tried to just limit the amount of work I did on it, and it's feeling nice. Again, if this were full hollow, I would prefer it. I just like the way that feels to me. But this is cutting well. And so I'm happy with the work I did. Myself and some other guys, Magic Mike, you can find on Instagram, and David Gonzalez and Junior have been talking about honing a lot. We've been, learning from many other people and sharing our own results, with one another, because we're all honing. And one of the things that we've sort of agreed on is we think we're all over honing. And I would say, based on the way this razor feels, that I think our thoughts are probably on target, because that felt pretty doggone good. And I'm getting some nice cooling from this soap. This soap is an absolute winner for me. It is right in my wheelhouse in terms of scent. And, we already know it's good quality. The Sago base here, I am not a base head, so I'm not somebody who drones on endlessly about bases and how important having the next base is. It is really not that important to me whatsoever, but I will say the Sago base, which I've used a number of times, is a very good base. Most bases are quite good these days, to be honest with you. But this one is certainly will not disappoint. Oops, I forgot to hydrate, didn't I? We need that hydration. Definitely need that hydration. The spray bottle there, I'll always put in the links below, and I will also link this soap by Zingari. And now I got this from the Razor Company, who I really like ordering from. They have terrific customer service. Terrific. There was a little bit of an issue with my order. Something was one of the soap tubs had a flaw in it, and it was the last one they had, so they reached out to me and was like, hey, we don't feel this is suitable for shipping. Would you like to make a substitution? And they were just very accommodating. And I shouldn't say most, but a lot of companies would have just sent out the banged up tub. Look, I've gotten banged up soap tubs from companies that I like. Now that could have happened in the mail, but I've gotten some very bad looking soap tubs, where they were clearly banged up from places, and they just go ahead and send them. But the razor company, nope. We want to make sure that our customers are happy, and so I think that's wonderful. And they do individually wrap the tubs within their order with a piece of plastic, so when they arrive to you, they're looking good, like this one. And I don't know what it is, but this label really pops for me. I really like it. The soap scent is right up my alley. Now, I didn't get the Watchman because I just, if I'm being honest, I haven't been the biggest fan of the Chantilly or Chantillion, or however you say that. I'm not quite certain, to be honest with you. Luxe scents, or Luxe, or whatever that is. I can't even say it, let alone appreciate their refined scents, I guess. So I'm a little bit hesitant on that one, and it is more expensive because, I guess in part due to having to pay for those scents. So I didn't pull the trigger on that one. I'm hoping to get a sample at some point. I did order the Duo, which I'll mention right now is coming out. That is the soap that is based on Nate and Mel from their Insta Live show, BBS Live, called the Duo. So I did order that. So maybe she'll throw in a Watchman sample, because Zingari is known to throw in a sample, which I think is additional value, and I really appreciate it. And as I said before, if a company is good enough to throw in a sample, if it's enough sample for a couple of shaves, pass that on to somebody else and, spread that sample love and encourage these artisans to continue to do that, because that is good value for us. So rather than taking a flyer on an expensive soap, you get a sample, and then if you like it, you can go ahead and buy it. And I think that's great value for us. So I also like to help the artisans by sharing the samples, And so maybe somebody else will get it and go, ooh, I like that, and they want to buy it. I'm really digging this soap. I must say, this soap is awesome. The scent, the cooling, the overall quality, I'm really enjoying it. And I hope to enjoy the Duo as well. I am not sure about the scent. And the reason I say that is I am not a woody scent kind of person. I think it had sandalwood, bourbon, and oak, or something like that. I may be getting that wrong. If I am, I apologize. I bought it because of Mel and Nate, quite frankly. I may not like it. But I tend to like Zingari scents. So I'm hoping that her tendency to make things a little bright, I'm hoping that the scent went bright and not dark woody. But it's Nate and Mel's soap, and so ultimately it should be whatever they wanted. And if I don't like it, it's no big deal. I just wanted to support those guys because they're genuinely good guys, and just wanted to support them. So I did buy that, and we'll look forward to using that. Wow-wee. This soap I love. This is much better on the face than in the tub, and the scent strength pops on the face. So I would say now I'm up to the 6 level on scent, at least. And the cooling from this is the first synthetic soap that I've got where the cooling is actually fairly impactful. Like I'm not gonna say my face is freezing, but there's a good amount of this cooling going on here. This is a fantastic scent. Now, I know a lot of people say that's more of a summer scent. I don't care. You know me, I am inappropriate this way. But this is a fantastic, if you like citrus, and you know me, I am the self-proclaimed king of all citrus. All right, I said that to the stallion yesterday because I was watching his video, and he was trying a soap by A&E, and it was called, what was it called? Honey Melon, or Honeydew and Mimosa. And I thought mimosa meant orange juice and champagne. And I was like, ooh, citrus in that orange juice. And, champagne has sort of a sour vibe to it. I said, that's going to be fantastic. Well, it turns out mimosa was talking about a flower or something. So, you know, I was like, but still the honey dew or honey melon sounds really good to me. So I will probably be getting this one, but this one right here is fantastic. I love it. I don't know what took me so long to get this one. I also want to say one thing about Heather from Zingari. She did share with me that recently she had to dial back her social media. So if you were one of those people that maybe you were friends with her personal account on social media and you found yourself being unfriended, do not take that personally as if you did something to offend. She was just trying to dial back the social media and sort of disconnect her personal account from the shaving, or at least that's what she told me. And so I just thought I would share that with you in case you're one of those people that didn't make the cut like me. And I wondered why that. I was like, I never said anything about Zingari or did anything off-putting. You know, I wondered myself, but I never said anything about it. But I too have done that in the past, because I used to have probably a few thousand shaving folks on my personal Facebook. And I ended up creating the IAMCDB Facebook page just to keep them separate, because what would happen is some of the shaving people would say things that were inappropriate, like in response to your family's post or something. And I'm like, I can't have that, you know. So I always have my IAMCDB Facebook page in the links below. So go like that and follow it, and you can send me messages there. I do accept, you know, friend requests from people that I know and get to know. But just random people, I don't anymore, because it became a problem. It really did. So I don't really blame Heather for dialing that back. But I still will, once I get to know people, if I find out that they know how to behave on social media and they're not going to, you know, troll when my family makes a post or something on my wall, I do add them over time. But I just don't add everyone. And if I haven't added you, please don't take that personally. It's I really do try to keep them separate, and I would prefer to have you on the IAMCDB business page. And I assume Heather's doing the same thing. That's why I mentioned it. So no blame there. So my edge here today has been good. I have appreciated it. It is nice and smooth. I don't think we scalped any bumps today. And the soap is fantastic. This is an absolute winner for me. And if you find that you like soaps with some good zing to them, to the scent, like some good zest, this is one I would recommend. Outstanding scent, outstanding soap quality. As you can see here, plenty of residual slickness, no problem at all. And I am very happy with this soap and shave. So really good cooling going on. This one just brightened my day. It really did. I'm very happy with this one. All right, let me rinse and then we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we come with the Magics Made by Witches. And this is Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber without alcohol. Very, very nice. And I want to tell you, that was an enjoyable shave. Really, really nice. This for me, the Zingari, the Socialite, absolute winner. Probably my favorite Zingari soap, or at least it's among the tops that I've ever tried from Zingari, if not my favorite. And when you get it on your face, it becomes even more enjoyable. It really pops. It kind of reminds me of kind of like lime and that sour mix that you would get, say, in a whiskey sour, Tom Collins or something like that. Very enjoyable, nice cooling, big thumbs up. We used a PAA alum with dry dock. Off cam, worked great. We used a PAA Amber Aerolite synthetic. Fantastic. And of course, the Filarmonica, this 13 quarter hollow with my edge. Beautiful shave today. Very, very enjoyable. We'll finish it up with the Booster Lime. I think this is out of Canada. It doesn't stick around, but we'll keep the nice vibe going with lime. And I don't care that it's fall. I am inappropriate that way. All right. Thanks everyone for joining me. I really appreciate it. I've been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.